It would be great if the directions had more details, right? Like, instead of just simplify, it said, use powers of 4 to write the fourth root of 16. I don't know. It doesn't say rewrite, though. We're not rewriting these. There's one more after this, and it's kind of a... So these 4 and the one after it, solving an equation, is like a full review of what we've done this week. Right. So after ball work and after review homework, today's new stuff is reviewing scientific notation. Scientific notation uses exponents. So that's why it's in this section. Alright, so to simplify number 1, I need to think what to the 4th power is 216?
2.
Yeah, so with some thought, I arrive at the conclusion that 2 to the 4th is 16. So if I rewrite number 1, instead of the 4th root of 16, if I rewrite it as the 4th root of 2 to the 4th, I know that a 4th root and a power of 4 cancel out. And the simplified version is 2. So the 4th root of 16 and 2 are equivalent. They're the same thing. It's like saying red and rojo. The 4th root of 16 and 2 are the same thing. They're just written differently. Did anybody else think of the same thing? Like H2O and water. Okay, now for 2 and 3, the directions don't say this, but I've been kind of writing this as we do it. Whenever you're given a rational exponent, so maybe I'll write this out. I hope it's starting to click with you and you see the problem. You have to know what to do. With rational exponents, well, I want you to know it. So if you need to write this down, you should. You want to start by rewriting in radical form. So I've written this for you kind of throughout the week in different ways of steps. I say begin with radical form. So this is the conclusion here. With rational exponents such as number 2, start by rewriting in radical form. So it's a 1/5. We've been practicing bringing the denominator down and around and making that the 5th root of 234. The directions still say simplified, so I need to go one step further. So I have to think of powers of 5. I don't even know it. But... So 1 to the 5th is 1. 2 to the 5th is 32. 3 to the 5th is 142. 242. And this is 234? Yep. Was it probably 242? Yeah. Okay, maybe 244. Maybe 243. That's why you asked about a decimal. So we're just working with numbers that we can simplify. We don't want decimals, so I'm switching that right up. So the answer is 3. So Tyler, since you did, go ahead and find the decimal. So 234 is very close to 243, right? So 2.9 makes sense because it's very close to 3. So what do you guys think, just for fun, what do you think the fifth root of 30 is? What do you think the fifth root of 30 is? 2.2? Well, the fifth root of 32 is 2. So the fifth root of 30 is just below 2. 1.8, 1.9 is 1.7, you said? Oh, you're just trying things to the fifth power. So the fifth root of 32 is going to be just under 2. Let's try another one. Okay, we know that the fourth root of 81 is 3. And the fourth root of 256 is 4. What do you guys think the fourth root of 250 is? I would say 3.9, 3.8. So close. So you will fifth root and fourth root numbers that aren't like perfectly in a list. We're not doing it this year. Like this should have been 243, but you can start to recognize, what numbers would be close and then estimate from there. Well, I know the fourth root of 256 is 4. So the fourth root of 250 is just under 4. Then you throw out numbers. Okay, moving back to our bell work. So, I hope that when you see a rational exponent, that your brain is going to start to rewrite this automatically. The third root of 27 with the 4, the numerator staying on the outside. So the third root of 27, we must have done quite a bit this week. 3 and 3 to the 4th. 81. Thumbs up if you came up with 81 and you showed work. Joseph, did you do it? You showed work? Yeah? Yeah? Okay. Janelle, you did this one? No? Alright, so in number 4, I'm going to bring the 3 down and around and make this cube root of 1 over 27 raised to the 5th power. And so many people shied away from these fractions, but we're just looking at the top and bottom as individual radicals. The cube root of 1 is 1, and the cube root of 27 is 3, and the 5 stays on the outside. So I'm going to do 1 to the 5th, 3 to the 5th, 1, 243. Yeah, 243. Anybody come up with that one? Aiden, you did number 4? Yeah. All right, one more problem. Yeah.
It says Sudre. Sudre. Dude, that's so easy.
So regroup, finish it,
It's
but
three.
figure it
It's
out
three.
together.
The answer is three. The answer is three.
And these 5 problems are a summation of what we've done.
Is the answer three?
You want to start by making the same base.
No, but just three.
Yeah, this is number 5. So if you can create the same base, that's how you start. So I'm looking at this number 2,187, and I'm challenging myself. Can I write this differently? Can I write this number with a base of 3? Don't give the answer to the whole class. Maybe share it with your group.
What'd you get?
Give everybody a chance to rewrite this number in a new way.
Oh, I got 10.
Catcher got it. I got x equals.
I got 10.
I got x equals e.
It's funny, what we doing ranking yesterday? That's what that is.
Yeah. We had a sub, so we just said no writing. The no writing's easy though.
So my question for you is, could you tell somebody this? Could you tell somebody this? When you see this problem, could you tell somebody, well, in order to solve, you create the same base? Because that would show me that you've learned this and you're ready to move on. If you could explain the process of getting it started. We need to create the same base. So we already have a base 3 on the left. How do we rewrite 2,187 with a base 3? You guys go ahead. It's 3 to the 7th. So after you create the same base, what do? Drop the base. And really, equate exponents is the real. So we'll drop the base. X minus 3 equals 7. X is 10. All right, y'all get out your homework. Let's check your answers.
You don't got your homework? That's tough. Yes, sir. I do the homework every day now. I mean, I kind of do the homework. I write the answers. What? I hope Miss Energy is out in the day.
You're so mean.
What do you mean? So it's an easy day. So you don't have to do Shakespeare. No one
I'm
wants
gonna
to
make
do
a student next year class.
Yeah. I can confirm.
Oh, yeah, if you're going to do something.
So do you understand the directions? Like, understanding directions is like a huge part of the battle. The first one just says writing radical form or exponential form, you're just rewriting. And then it goes to simplify, where you're actually breaking the number down into a smaller number. Do you see the difference?
What?
Yeah, I expressed it and I ended up. Yeah, I kind of attached it.
Memes of
I used to have it.
it's a before this post.
What do you call a duck on the crack? Quack it.
I thought it was gonna be quack.
You gotta quack it.
Yeah. What do you call it? Quack.
No, I went to the gym at 8 and I left
It went so good.
Oh, actually, I forgot it.
Are you doing the bottom? Check 14, 16, 18.
So we're talking on personally, I'm not
It's kind of smart though. If I look at the picture, you just get the more money.
No one thinks that.
I don't know, I just like
I mean, that's why Brandon Trump lost.
Oh no.
Like, Brandon, you lost a lot.
Like 80 grand?
Maybe $10,000 you spent for Brandon Trump. I don't know. How much you're going to give Brandon Trump. They get over $100,000. Oh, shoot, we're supposed to be 19.
Wait, no, we're not supposed to do 19. It was supposed to do 18. Heck no. That was just straight up.
Yeah, we'll just do 2 of these and then we'll do the
Bro.
Lay on the front. Patrick, what's the answer?
It's 62,000.
No, it's 4.0. No.
I put 4,062.
Yeah,
Here's
it's
my decimal. You
4.062.
can count with me. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah.
It's 4.062.
So I know your notes. This is 7-4. This is the first day this week. We're away from 7-3. We're only spending 1 day on scientific notation. So Monday, I'm not doing this anymore. You have 1 day to be good at this, and it's on your test. Okay.
I got the answer.
I do.
There's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 4.062
Times 10 to the 12.
Oh.
This is so easy.
Yeah, this is
This is mad.
elementary. It's elementary. So we're good?
Yes, ma'am. On to the next question.
Wait, what was the answer?
It was 4.062 times 10 to the 12.
I was off by a lot.
You were just doing a visual estimate?
Yes.
Alright, I'll do this one. Do this one.
Oh.
Will you just chill and do it?
So it's 8.23 times 10 to the negative 7 power. That's easy.
That's like we're
It's 8.23 times 10 to the negative 7.
Okay, we're good. Negative exponents for decimals, positive exponents for huge numbers. There we go. This is what we're really doing.
Express the result by signing the name.
Alright, I jumped to example 3. Multiply with scientific notation. So, multiply the numbers in front, and then use properties of exponents. Alright, so I'm going to do 5 times 2.3, and then I'm going to do 10 negative 6 times 10 to the 12. So 5 times 2 is 10, 5 times 3 is 15, so it's going to be 11.5. Times 10 to the left. What do we think the exponent here? Add your exponent. Kalia and Tony, put your phones away. So rude. Yeah, you're both exponents. What's the answer?
You don't know how many you had in the middle of elementary.
Kalia, what's the answer? This is, no, they all say 1.68. Y'all be quiet. Shh, what's the answer? Okay, 8 is the only one in here, not scientific notation. Okay? Look, you can't have a number over 10 for scientific notation.
It's C.
No, it's not.
It's not C.
Let's say I don't have a calculator. Obviously, 8 times 2.1 is 1.68. But what do I do with 10 to the 5th times 10 to the negative 3rd? Correct. When you're multiplying the same base, you add exponents. So that's going to be 10 squared.
Easy.
We're practicing properties of exponents still. I would do 5 plus a negative 3 to get 10 squared.
You said B. And B.
I know, you're already just a little too confident right now.
B wouldn't be right because.
How about this one? Yeah, maybe put it on paper and actually write an answer down, see if you can get it right.
We just do that and then so
Well, 45 divided by 15 is 30.
1,
Can someone confirm that this is 30 decimal?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Alright, now we practice with fractions subtracting exponents. So this time I do 8 minus 10. So this is 3 times 10 to the negative 2. This is scientific notation. Go ahead and put that in standard form. It says write it in bold.
What do you think you think? That's a good answer.
So this is one correct answer. That's the scientific notation. Standard form. I'm going to move 1, 2 places. So standard form would be 0.03. Might require a little bit of practice after all. Alright, I'll go ahead. Scientific notation and standard form. Sorry. Use your calculators.
I don't know.
You guys, next Friday I'm gonna do a calculator check. And if you don't have a calculator, you're losing 20 points.
I gotta go spend money.
I can't spend my own money just.
I'm spending my own money on a calculator.
No one's laughing at she's already got a calculator.
It's an easy 20 points. You have to get a calculator. You know what I'm gonna do? It's gonna be really crazy. If I can handle it. I'm gonna say it's worth 20 points next Friday to have a calculator, but if you don't have that same calculator the next Friday, I'm taking the points back away. So you're gonna have to get a calculator Friday and keep it for a whole week. Tyler, what's 6.4 divided by 1.6?
Miss, I got the answer.
Here's one answer.
Is that my calculator password? I feel for
I got that in.
Alright, thumbs up if you got both answers. Joseph, you got both answers? Ada Maurice, you got both answers?
Because I got your girlfriend.
Mikhail? Did you get both answers? Yeah? What happened? Do you have a question?
I haven't skipped at all this week. I'll probably skip today.
So I actually did this division, and then I just subtracted exponents. Actually divide the numbers, but then you subtract the powers of 10. But the rest of the world.
How do you say that?
How do you tickle my
I mean, yeah, I mean, whatever. We can start with tickling and then end up with puzzling.
I like a bean.
My dog is so sick.
No, 15.
I have a 15. Yes.
Oh, no, I have an 81. Oh.
Miss, I got those answers too.
Now the rule for scientific notation is that this has to be less than 10. Okay?
One day
And it can't be four numbers. It can't be like, even if it was like,
So this is the number of boats, and this is the amount of tax.
seven. Tax? 10. What? 1.5. Jeez. Hold on. 1. Nope. 1.
We already did it. We already did it. How many watercraft have been registered in a FIU state if 12 times the number of registered last year have been registered in all? Write your answer in scientific notation and standard form. Go ahead, Libby. Ready, go. Why are you talking so much? Do the problem. Read it and do it.
Oh, read it?
No. In your head, read it and do it. Quietly do the problem. So this is how many boats we have. And we need to multiply it by 12. So if I really want to multiply these correctly, I want them both in scientific notation. So what's 12 in scientific notation? So we're going to do 4 times 1.2.
Wait, what is 10 to the first?
10 to the 5th times 10 to the 1st. 4.8 times 10 to the 6th.
Oh, I got it. Yeah, I just times 400,000 by 12.
You making one?
Alright, there's our answer. Alright, try this one. A local newspaper has a circulation of 150,000 daily newspapers, not anymore, and receives 1.2 million in advertising revenue. Express the newspaper and the revenue in standard notation and scientific notation. Go ahead, y'all. Okay, there's your answers on the board there. Let's see what the question is.
What was it? Okay. Oh, yeah, I got it.
This is your standard and this is your scientific notation. Alright, so a local newspaper, same data, you guys be quiet, same data. The newspaper predicts its advertising revenue decreases half next year because people are reading the internet. What will the revenue be after the decrease? I'll give you multiple choice. A, B, C, or D.
I got
I'm gonna take a wild guess and go with.
Let's show,
From my break there, starting spring break.
So I'd love to see you actually do this in scientific notation. So it's 1.2 times 10 to the 6 times 1/2, right? How do you write 0.5 correctly in scientific notation? This is not scientific notation. It would be 5 times 10 to the negative 1. Okay? So I'm going to want you to show work here using the scientific notation. So now we'll do 1.5 times 5 and 10 to the 6 times 10 to the negative 1. Sorry. 1.2 times 5 is 6 times 10 to the 5th.